Hey everybody, it's Mr. Florida Flipper here, and we're out in the garage. Glad to have everyone here with me. Got a couple of new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining in. I hope you like the content. I'm gonna keep making it. I hope I'm gonna keep improving as we go further. But I had to make a video tonight because I got some pretty and sweet sales. Well, really one really good sale. This item I bought at a garage sale for $3 with a whole bunch of other nicer brand clothing items. And it finally sold. This has been about 3 months, I want to say. I'm just going to pull it out of this bag because I am going to pack it a little nicer than putting it in a poly bag just because of the cost. And this is an international sale. And, oops, tripped over some shoes on the ground. It's definitely, my pile is starting to grow outside of the racking system here. So with this racking system behind me, it is starting to get packed out. Definitely need to try to find something else to keep my items. We have almost 450 items on the store right now available, but this is the item. It sold for $110, a Hugo Boss ski jacket. It's really nice. It has the detachable hood. That's like sought after, I guess, to have that. Let's see if I can get a better, I mean, I'll show a picture of it in whole, but if you wanted it to see it that bad, it's got, I mean, it's really nice. It's all branded. Everything's got the Hugo Boss logo. Definitely legit item. Right there, got the Hugo Boss. Nice jacket. We don't need that here in Florida. I would die if I put that on. If I needed to lose weight for a wrestling match or something, I guess that's something I could wear. But sold that for $110. I had it listed for $135. I think at one point I had it for $150, but it was on my, if you watch one of my most, I went through my store and took everything that was, I think, 2 months and older and took down the prices and relisted it. Ended listing and relisted. And I lowered it down to $135.99. Then today when I got that offer, I went ahead and I was looking through Hugo Boss jackets with the detachable hoodie, with the detachable hood. What are they called? Ski jackets. So I typed that in and just looking at comps of completed listings. And I saw some for close to 200, some for 150, but I would say around 100 or even like 70 or 50 was normal. The 50s were mostly thinner jackets than that. But so I felt that 110, I was like, I had it listed for 135 for about 2 weeks now at this point, maybe a week and a half. And 110 is a fair offer. And also, like I said, it's an international sale, which means no return. So no matter what, I will not have to pay any money back for that. It's gone. That money is mine. So that is really nice. One thing that I also did notice, I think something good to know for people out there, because I was kind of wondering this. I was like, I know it's nice not to get returns from international sales, but a lot of them get a VAT tax, which is a tax in Europe, just like we have tax in America. And it can be pretty high. Like for that item, I believe it was $25 for VAT. And I was like, I wonder if eBay takes a fee out, which I wouldn't put it past eBay to do, but they actually don't take a fee out of that. So I went ahead and broke it down, and they do not take the percentage, the 12.35% off the item with the VAT included. They do it before the VAT is added. That's just something extra the buyer has to pay. So that is really nice. So I ended up making $104 and some change. I'll have that up there at whenever I just showed it. And I bought it for $3, so that's $100 profit, a really nice buy. So we have that jacket. Then we have a couple of games. Let's see. We have Fable 3. This is one that I just recently listed. Fable 3 for the Xbox 360. We sold that. Then we sold another Xbox game. I think it's this one. These both just listed recently. Have a good price on them. These all go for free shipping. I think that's the one. I'll have to check. Yes, that was the correct one. So the Madden 08 for the Xbox 360. And like I said, for those games, I want to make at least $1.50. I think that one I actually made $1.49, and that's to break even. So lost a couple pennies there. Not that big of a deal. Because I do free shipping on all of them. I think I sold it for like $6 something. But I think I'll make a little bit of money. I probably won't be buying any more game lots. I did go ahead and buy some Wii games from somebody that I probably, we'll see. These two are brand new sealed. This one in particular sells for about $15 plus shipping. So we will see. I did get a whole bunch of jewelry, which I actually, just dropped a silver spoon. A whole bunch of jewelry in a big lot on Whatnot. And I actually did get a lot of silver out of it. So that's nice. And I got 2 things that were marked 18 karat gold, but I don't think they're real. I'm gonna take them and get them graded, authenticated to see if they're real. And I'll let you guys know, because if they are, that one ring, I think it was 22 grams, 18 karat gold, would be worth like $800 just for the gold value. But I did sell a piece of jewelry. Let me get it. What was it? Oh, Kate Spade necklace. Let me see if I can find that in here one-handed. Some decent jewelry. I probably won't do jewelry again that's not branded. It just takes too long to comp and take pictures of, and I don't know. I just don't think it's not the thing for me. I think if you had like an Etsy store or something like that, but for eBay, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I haven't had it listed that long. It's just going through it. It is nice if you can find, you know, gold and silver, but that's not always guaranteed. Let me see. Where is that thing at? It's in here somewhere. And also, like, this isn't probably the best way to store jewelry and get all tangled. One second, I'll bring y'all back in a moment. All right, we found it right here. The power of the brand name, Kate Spade. And it's the first jewelry out of probably 30 or 40 pieces that I listed that I sold. And it's one of the few name brand or branded ones. So we'll see how that goes. It's a nice little necklace. I mean, I think it was 12 bucks plus shipping, nothing crazy. We'll see how that goes. If it goes well, I just don't think I'll do it. It's just not for me. I'm trying to hammer down. That is going to be the topic of this video. Hammering down, not necessarily into a niche, because I do like being an everything seller. And I think most people out there who do this as a side job or a full-time, probably more likely full-timers that really have this like a business, do this niche down or niche down. But I do like selling everything, so I don't want to niche down to a particular like category, like video games or jewelry or something like that. But I am trying to niche down in the fact of what do I want to sell? What are the items and categories I want to sell in? Like jewelry, I probably won't do jewelry. Clothing, I'm getting more comfortable with. At first, I really didn't want to do clothing. It's the searching, finding the right item to list to match the comp. It's harder. And I'm liking shoes, but I will not buy. So here's some things, top 3 things that I won't buy anymore. Shoes that don't have the boxes. So I will no longer be buying shoes without boxes, unless there's always an unless, but, or if they sell for really good and they're clean. Like, I mean, like super clean. So I have these shoes down there, trying to show you there. Most of those, out of those 6 pair, probably only the Timberlands will sell quickly, I think. The gamer shoes are nice, but I think the price that I bought them for, I'll show those in another video, or when they sell, they're pretty cool to me. That's why I bought them, unless they're in really, really good condition. Because I have 3 pairs of shoes down there that I had to clean, and I probably spent more money on cleaning materials and the electricity to get hot water to clean them than and the time I invested than I will actually make on the shoe. So I will not be buying shoes without boxes anymore. So that is one thing. Also, I will not be buying vintage electronics anymore unless I can physically test them myself, or I can see online that they have been tested. One reason is this right here. I bought this Hitachi, let me get it in the hand like this, camcorder. Now, first off, I bought this online. Shouldn't have done that. Not tested. The guy had a whole bunch of batteries, and that's probably going to be the only thing that's going to save me. He had a whole bunch of batteries, and he had the book and everything. That's why I bought it, because he had the manual. It seemed like it sold for about $50 or $60, and I bought it for $15 to $20. So not that great of a profit anyways. But yeah, so I bought it, and it doesn't work. Like, at first it would turn on, but then like because of course I got it, none of the batteries worked. And then the cord that came with it that plugs into the wall, which I'll get it. This is the cord to run it. So this little thing right here plugs in the back, and then you plug it into the wall, and then it runs. So it's kind of not really a very good camcorder if you have to have it plugged into the wall. But this has hair all over it because it's so sticky. This was wrapped in a whole bunch of duct tape, and it was wires that were basically spliced together really shittily, or crappily, sorry. But so it's really dangerous, honestly, in my opinion. And it's not really a good way to test it, but I ran it and the cam part worked, but it's like a white fuzzy screen. You can't see anything. So I read online and it says it can be one of two things, that it's basically old and blah, 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 something inside of it is bad, and you'd have to replace it, or it could be because the battery isn't getting enough power, which I was like, well, it's plugged in with those crappy wires. So I bought this charger to charge the batteries that I got. Like I said, I think I got like almost 8 or 10 batteries, 10 of these batteries. I'm sorry for the hit there. These little batteries right here, these go with the camera. They're rechargeable little batteries to recharge them, which it worked, but the camera still doesn't work. So it'll show the thing, and it also has a tape in there. It won't play anything on the tape, so I don't know if the tape's bad or if it's just, I don't know what it is. But I will not be buying used electronics unless they're tested, or I can test them myself, unless they're working, basically. I'm not gonna take any more gambles on used electronics. Another thing that really happens, which let's grab another item, which is a perfect example of why I'm not buying used electronics anymore. I got these at Salvation Army. These were, I thought at the time, a really good buy because brand new, these sell for about $50 plus shipping. These are Epson 3D glasses. So they are, I think, what is it called? There's like, I don't know. There's like some that are like passive 3D and some that are like active 3D. I can't remember what these are. Doesn't really say. But anyways, these are 3D glass. Oh, here it is. Right there on the back of the box. Get that in there. So it says it's active RF, and there's a passive, and then there's active RI. So whatever that is. I don't really know. I've never used 3D glasses like this. But anyways, they're 3D glasses, and I was like, holy moly, these are $2.99. And there was 2 pairs. And I was like, I can buy these for $2.99 each and sell them for 50 bucks. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. I got them home, put them on there. They sold pretty quick. Well, one pair sold really fast. And the guy said, hey, these things don't hold a charge. They're showing they're charging, but they won't turn on afterwards. And I'm like, oh, he probably doesn't know what he's doing. So return them, got them back. Yeah, the battery is bad. So, and I went on Reddit. Reddit is your friend if you ever have any questions about things, or just Google it. Most of the time you can find the answer. But yeah, so it turns out, oh, jeez. It turns out that these are older, which I kind of knew. I don't know what year they're from. Like, I'm not gonna keep looking, but they're older. And the battery, if it doesn't get charged, because these are brand new, just goes bad over time and it just won't work. So unfortunately, they don't work anymore. They won't charge. So basically you can't use them unless you have them plugged in, which who's gonna leave them plugged in when you're watching a movie or whatever. And I don't even know if that would actually work. Anywho, so I read online that it is fixable if you have some soldering knowledge. So what I did is I'm like, well, there's not really much I can do. I went ahead and listed them as for parts only and just said, this requires soldering knowledge in the item, like header, the description of the item. And also I put a link or said, Google this in Google this in Google, and you'll be able to see how to fix these batteries. There's a Reddit thread that shows exactly step by step. It does require soldering knowledge, which I do not have, but I ended up selling it for $12.99 plus shipping. So I'm still making money, just not as much as I hoped for. But that is the second thing. So I'm not buying shoes. So I will not be buying shoes without boxes. I will not be buying used electronics. And let's see, I think there was one more. Oh, I did sell a workout DVD. I already had that inside. It's a Exhilarate 7 DVDs. I think I sold it for like 15 bucks. I've had it for forever. It was one of the things that I like delisted and relisted to drop the price. That's inside. Nothing too exciting there. It's just a DVD thing. And I think there was one more item. There's the 2 games, the jacket, those. Let me check. Nope, that was all. So 6 items today. Not too bad for the weekend. Definitely not the greatest, but not the worst. We'll take it. That's pretty good. 3 items per day, basically, that averages out. And hopefully we'll sell some overnight because still have time. But yeah, so that is going well. Oh, and the last thing I'm gonna buy, won't be buying anymore, is items that take a big giant box. So like I still have this one filter, and you guys saw, if you're an OG watcher, that I had this giant filter that sells for like 60 bucks. But the shipping on it, because it's this size, if you put it in a box and with the weight, because it actually is pretty heavy, I would say it's about 3, 4, 5 pounds maybe, just because of the size of it, and it's got that cardboard inside, and then you put it in a box. it's like $30 to ship. And since it sells for 60, you know, you maybe make 30 bucks out of it. Not really worth it. I will not be buying big items. And also just because of this box monstrosity, I have these giant boxes, which I probably will never use unless maybe for whatnot or something. So I would not buy large items. I'm not going to be a large item seller, like big receivers and stuff like that. There's people out there and they're worth, you know, 60, 80 bucks. It's just not worth it with the shipping. You charge such a high shipping cost. Like I have this big on-Keo speaker one. It was one of the first items I bought. You can't see it down there, but it weighs probably 20 pounds. It sells for $60 plus $30 shipping, but I haven't even sold it, and it has a low sell-through rate. So I'm just not going to be buying large items like that. Or side item with that, also breakable things. I have these, which I bought. One of the original things I bought sells for $100 plus $30 shipping. There's one sold that's exactly like this, except it doesn't have these little holders, the little feet, the little metal feet. I don't want to ship something that's that breakable. Like, just imagine putting, there's 3 of those. So when somebody buys that, I'm gonna have to get a pretty decent sized box, pack the hell out of them, and hope that they don't break. I've already had some other porcelain items break when I packed them, and I feel like I pack really well. It wasn't international sales, so that was a little bit more of a factor too, the distance. But it's just not for me. You know, there's other people, you can't buy everything. That's another thing I've learned. You can't buy everything. There's plenty of stuff out there for everyone. And somebody else that wants to do that and take the time and maybe is more of an expert in porcelain or ceramics like that, they can take that and make that profit. So yeah, I am staying away from those 3 categories, and I am going to move forward with my store in a better manner that hopefully will make my store healthier, have better sell-through, and make it more fun for me. That is gonna do it for me on this episode, guys. I hope you are enjoying the show. I hope you're enjoying the channel, whatever you want to call it. And I am Mr. Florida Flipper, and I'll see you on the next one.